I am a huge fan of conspiracy theories. Not that I believe in them, but I really enjoy digging into all of sorts conspiracy theories. I have read a huge number of conspiracies, and basically I was going to just tell another theory, then somehow tie it to a democracy and call it a day. But what I came across while writing this script made me completely change the idea of this film, and I'm sure that today I will able to surprise you a little bit.
Why are conspiracy theories so popular and who is contributing to this? How do conspiracy theories affect democracy and what are the consequences?
And why conspiracy theories can change democracy to autocracy. Enjoy watching. So firstly, we need to figure out why conspiracy theories are so popular. And of course, I will answer. But from the beginning, I'll allow myself a small digression and ask you a question. Do you trust the government? And here, it would seem such a short and seemingly easy question, but I'm ready to bet. The most people say no, or that everything is not such a clear cut. And this is not at all surprising, because it really does hide something. But I'm not talking about aliens or something else. Absolutely not. I'm talking about the fact that every state, one way or another, has its own secrets that other states would prefer not to know.
In any case, any country tested new weapon or some kind of technology, and this is one of the most common. And how much more we still don't know, even though after decades the documents are declassified, but it's already outdated. And even now, they are published secret documents from the Second World War. All countries were hiding something, and there's nothing new in this. But why are conspiracy theories so popular? It's all because of their simple explanation. Instead of sitting off a year and studying politics just to understand why someone did something, isn't it easier to say, well, everything is clear here. It's the Illuminati. And instead of studying boring physics, it's easier to say, well, how can you not know what these traces are on planes? They're chemtrails. That's poison people. One of the most important things in democracy is trust from the people, and as I have said, in the most countries from quite some time now, there are not many people who trust their president, kings and other government structures. And when people know that it's all a huge government conspiracy, they stop trusting the law, and chaos begins. Another important detail is that democracy relies on a common understanding for its functioning. And now imagine that everyone has read different theories and now everyone has their own understanding of what is happening. Some say that the Illuminati rulers, others should know. It's all because our rules are reptilians. So it's not so far from a fight. So here's the question, do you think democracy is possible in such conditions? No, of course not. This again the road to chaos. And now we will move on to the most important thing. How can democracy turn into autocracy because of conspiracies? Well, let's start as always with my favorite Illuminati. Let's imagine a situation in which 60% of the population of a country believes that their rulers is a puppet in the hands of secret forces, such as the Illuminati, and immediately trust in such a ruler falls. But suddenly some person appears who say, "Citizen, how long can we tolerate this puppet? He will drive us all to the grave. We need to act, and if I become the ruler, I will change everything. No Illuminati will break me." But usually in such cases they say us, because people need to consider you one of their own. And so this person nevertheless becomes the ruler and take all the power upon himself. Here you have autocracy, and history is full of such examples. For example, let's take a famous person of the 30s and 40s. Yes, I'm talking about Hitler. Because one of the important factors he talked about was also a conspiracy theory. I mean about the Jews. Not many people really know that Jews were spoken about in not very favorable way even before the First World War. However, this is not so important for our story. The main thing is that the fact remains that Hitler, with the help of democracy and the conspiracy about Jews, ascended to the throne and created a total autocracy. So conspiracy theories are not just funny story of some crazy person. They're really capable of not only taking someone's life, but also completely turning the government system upside down. And now you know much more. And perhaps this is all I wanted to say today. So be careful with conspiracies, otherwise you will inadvertently change the regime in your country.
But as for me, I don't know, because I don't give you answers. However, I will still continue to study conspiracy theories. And as for me, life without conspiracies would be too boring. Thank you for watching.